Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, y'all got to forgive me. It's been a long day, but wanted to touch on this, and I'll probably do another video on it as well about the man in Shreveport, Louisiana, I believe, that took the lives of the 8 children. Very, very heartbreaking. Just something that really, really blows me away. But it was something that I noticed on a picture. One of the pictures that I saw was he was standing there and he was taking a picture, and it was like his hand was on the back of the phone and somebody else was taking a picture of them taking a selfie, and just the way he was holding that phone, I could tell that he struggles with his sexuality. And that is consistent with what he carried out. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all that there is a strong demonic spirit that is attacking these men. And this spirit it comes with a lot of different things, a lot of different signs, but one of the most common denominator is a confused spirit sexually, where a lot of these men, y'all gotta forgive me if I said the word wrong now. I confused myself. Denominator, ain't it? Is these men the ones that was either touched or they got addicted watching the stuff on their phone, got in the handler from that stuff, then got perverted, then got confused, and they go to that internal battle. And they become so petty, so spiteful, so hateful, so jealous, so bitter, so greedy. All that right there stuff starts to happen. And I'm going to tell you something now. I believe his life was taken by the police. One of the things you have to realize, and this is what I try to tell you, and I was telling somebody the other day about this, is if someone gets into something that is against the will of God, it's against the norm, you gotta look extra close to see how it's affecting them. Not everybody's gonna crash out. Not everybody gonna do crazy stuff. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Like, if I knew somebody that was struggling with their sexuality, especially if they in the closet, especially if they having kids with women and all of that right there, I would never leave that person around any children, because they are a danger to them children. Because that spirit is a perverted spirit. The spirit doesn't know gender. It knows gender. The spirit doesn't respect gender. The spirit does not respect, that demonic spirit does not respect age. It does not respect abilities or disabilities. It has no respect for people. So that spirit will use its host to take advantage of a special needs person, a handicapped person, a underage person, a overage person, like a elderly, hospice, bedridden senior. That spirit is that perverted. And that's what I try to tell people. And a lot of people don't understand that. And a lot of people don't realize why they are drawn to that spirit. A lot of people don't realize it. They'll be drawn to that spirit and not even understand that it's something in them that is drawing them to that perversion, that brokenness, that confusion. Because it is confusion. And that's why I try to tell y'all too. You got to be careful taking relationship advice, because a lot of y'all take relationship advice from gay men. A gay man can't tell you anything about a straight man, because we as far apart as Mars and Pluto. Like, we don't know nothing about each other. A gay man can't tell you nothing about no straight man. What he could tell you about is the men that he deal with and that he done dealt with, and those are gay men. Even if they down low, even if they in the closet, they are gay. Heterosexual men, we don't even want to be around gay men. No offense now. No offense to y'all that's over here watching my videos and all of that. Ain't no offense. I'm just telling you the truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. Like, we really don't want to be around it because we a man. And so, being a man, we know that, okay, if my mind as a man deals with lust towards what I'm attracted to, then how is his mind not gonna deal with lust with what he attracted to? So that's one thing that we expect to be the same, because we humans. Women lust, men lust, and you lust for what you attracted to. So therefore, if a man lusts for him a piece of booty from a man, as a heterosexual man, we don't want to have our booty nowhere near a man that could possibly be lusting after our cheeks. It's not something we want to do. Now, I know they try to say, oh, that they ain't attracted to everybody and all of that. Listen, not taking no chances. That be that as it may, I'm keeping my distance. Because if you mess around and get beside yourself, and you go to reach out to grab your handful, I'm going to kill you. And I don't want to put myself in no situation where I have to take your life for trying to violate me. So I'd rather keep my distance, just because I don't want to be no temptation. Whether he say that he attracted or not, I don't want to be. Not, I ain't taking no. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And so what's happening is you got these men like this killer out of Shreveport who is living in the closet. He was living in the closet. I could look at his pictures and tell he was living in the closet, because a masculine man is going to give off a certain aura. He going to give off a certain just, you're going to feel a certain strength, a certain demeanor, and you could pick it up even through a picture. The man right there was struggling internally. And here's the thing. You got to think, and you got to think about the mind now. You got to think about the mind. You got to think about the mind. Think about who can make you so mad that you will take the life of 8 children. Think about this as a human being. And a lot of people, they're going to call it mental health issue. No, it's demonic possession issue. But you can't mix religion with standardized therapy. Like, they have to have a separation from religion unless they are classified as a Christian therapist. And so that's what you got to realize now. 8 children killed in Louisiana shooting. So this what you got to realize. The suspect, who was the father of 7 of the children, was killed after a vehicle chase, police said. The slain children were 3 to 11 years old. So think about this now. These are your kids. 7 of them. 7 of them was his kids. A man in Louisiana killed 8 children Sunday in a shooting that authorities described as a domestic violence incident and was later killed by police after he fled in a carjacked vehicle. The suspect's wife and a woman believed to be his girlfriend were also shot and seriously injured in the violence, which occurred at 2 homes in the early morning, Shreveport police said. The children killed were 3 boys and 5 girls. Process this now. 5 girls, ages 3 to 11. I was saying 1 to 14, ages 3 to 11. The Cato Parish Coroner's Office said police had previously, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, if that's Cato, but police had previously given their ages as about 1 to 14. Okay, that's why I was saying that. The gunman first shot a woman at a home near Harrison Street. Boom. Then he went down. The gunman headed to a home on West 79th Street where he killed 8 children. Then did that. The gunman fled and carjacked a person at gunpoint near the intersection of Linwood Avenue and West 79th Street. I just don't know what to say. My heart is just taken aback, Shreveport Police Chief Wayne Smith told reporters. I just cannot begin to imagine how such an event can occur. Police identified Shamar. Man, I'm going to tell you now, it's power in the name. Notice how his name is not David. I got a cousin, a girl cousin named Shamir. That's what you also got to think about. If you getting ready to have a boy, don't give him a unisex name. Now, I see this too often. Do not give him no unisex name because it's power in a name. It's power in a name now. And so you got to think about it. Like Tony, it's some girl's name Tony, but they spell it with an I, not a Y. And then Tony is short for Anthony. My name not Anthony though, or Antonio. So you have to be careful with that now, because sometimes I notice it a lot, is that a lot of times men have a name, and this might not be, this ain't nearly the case here because it ain't all the way there, but I'm just saying, you got to be careful of that, regardless of what his name is. Shamar Elkins as the shooter and sole suspect. 7 of the 8 children who were killed were his. Police spokesperson Christopher Bordelon said one of the children was a cousin, according to the coroner's office. Their mothers identified the children as Jayla Elkins, 3, Shayla Elkins, 5, Kayla Pugh, 6, Layla Pugh, 7, Marcaden Pugh, 10, Soraya Snow, 11, Kadarian Snow, 6, and Braylon Snow, 5, the office said. Shreveport police officers responded to the 300 block of the West 79th Street just after 6 a.m. following reports of a domestic disturbance, police said. Borderline described the crime scene as extensive. The gunman first shot a woman on nearby Harrison Street before he headed to the home on West 79th Street where he killed all the children. The gunman fled and carjacked the person at gunpoint near intersection of Linwood Avenue and West 79th Street, police said. Officers shot and killed a suspect in the neighborhood Bossier Parish after a pursuit, police said. Officers were forced to discharge their department-issued firearms, neutralizing the suspect. Police said in a statement. Louisiana State Police are investigating the shooting of the suspect. Shreveport police said nothing suggests any wrongdoing by officers. The gunman shot 10 victims in all. A teenager had non-life-threatening injuries from falling off a roof, police said. One of the wounded women is Elkin's wife, who was shot in the face but was alive Sunday, and the other woman is believed to be his girlfriend, Borderline said. 7 of the children who were killed were found in the home, and the 8th was found dead on a back roof. Found dead on a back roof, Borderline said. He said investigators are still investigating why Elkins would have carried out the shootings. We know it's domestic in nature. We know his wife is involved, and she is the mother of at least 7 of the children, with the 8th being a family friend. It was 3 different last names in there. A small caliber handgun was used in some of the violence, and Elkins had a rifle-style pistol when police confronted and killed him. Rifle-style pistol. It appears many of the children were shot in their sleep, Borderline said. Most of them were shot in the head. It is a disgusting and evil scene, Borderline said. Matt London, 71, who lives on the same block, said he didn't hear the gunfire and that he only learned of the killings from a neighbor as he stepped outside around 7 a.m. to close his gate. By then, he said the street was flooded with police and an ambulance, with the block shut down and onlookers gathering. London, who has lived there since 1991, said such violence is unheard of in the neighborhood. Nothing like this has ever happened on this street, he said. It was bad. I hate that it happened to those kids. Shreveport Mayor Tom Arsenault said the community is in mourning. This is a tragic situation, maybe the worst tragic situation we've ever had in Shreveport, he said at a news conference. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry said he is heartbroken over this horrific situation and grateful for local law enforcement and first responders. House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has represented Shreveport in Congress for almost 10 years, called the incident a heartbreaking tragedy, adding that his team is in touch with local police. Elkins served in the Louisiana Army National Guard from August 2013 to August 2020 as a signal support system specialist and a fire support specialist, but he never deployed and left as a private, the Army said, left as a private. Elkins had a 2019 arrest and conviction of illegal use of a firearm, which likely prohibited him from legally owning firearms. Borderline said members of Shreveport City Council gathered near the scene Sunday afternoon to pray and ask the community to lift up the family affected. The slain children had their whole life ahead of them, Council Chair Tabitha Taylor said through tears. This is the result when someone snaps, Taylor said. So I'm going to ask the community, along with prayer, with every mental health consultant that is out there. This family and this community needs you. Freddie and Marie Montgomery live across the street from where the children were killed, but they didn't know the family well. They said the family had moved in about 6 months ago. Around 6:30 a.m. Sunday, there was a commotion and Shreveport police were entering the home, they said. When they brought all those kids out of that house, that's just the worst thing I've ever seen, Mary Montgomery said. Saturday, Freddie Montgomery was visiting with another neighbor and returning home when he saw a man in the front yard and the children playing outside. He said he waved at the man and the man waved back like normal. When we found out what had actually happened over there, it was just a shock, he said. There is no sense in this. So now when you listen to all of that, right there, come on now. That ain't just no snapping right there now. Come on now. How many men it is out here in the world? How many men have you heard doing something like that? That right there, that's demon possession right there. But think about it now. Listen, I done been mad. I done been real mad in my life. To take 8 children life and 7 of them is yours, and you got a wife and you got a girlfriend, you gay. Heterosexual men don't even do nothing like that. Heterosexual men don't even do that. That right there behavior sound like one of the pro athletes that got outed for being with men but got 6 baby mamas. That type of behavior, to have 7 kids, and that's probably not all of his kids. He probably got more kids than that now out there. But 7 of the 8 that he took the life of was his kids. And you got to think about it now. I look better than he do, and I ain't even got no wife and no girlfriend. Think about that now. You running from something. You battling something. And that's why I tell y'all, you have got to be careful when you meet these men. You got to see what they battling spiritually, and you can't be desperate. A lot of these men are struggling with a homosexual spirit that comes from pornography, and they battling within themselves, and they can't go out and just be with no man and just get married to a man and just live that, because they don't come from that. They ain't grow up around it. It's not supported in their community, and they hide in who they are. And then they take and they having that battle, they having that struggle. And a lot of people is mad with me for calling it out, but it's a demonic possession that's taking over these men. I saw a lady the other day. She came on and said the number one divorce rate in relationship is 2 women. Say the highest DV, domestic statistics, is between 2 women. She was listing all the things out, and she was trying to say, like, women need to be more accountable or what have you. But it was very strange to me that the divorce and the DV was the highest rates is between 2 women. And so the thing about it is, it's like not every lesbian couple is doing that, but it's so tough because they're not supposed to be together according to God. So it makes it tough. So that's why a lot of them, they'll try to pray to God. They'll say they Christian, and they'll try to, invoke God into their relationship. And I leave that up to God. I just look at the studies, the results. I look at what come from it. And I know people that's in that lifestyle. Now, see, what I have found is people that's out in that lifestyle publicly, they doing a lot better than people that's in the lifestyle privately. See, it's one thing about living free. Even if you in sin, if you living in free sin, freefully, you have less pressure. For the people that's living in sin and they trying to hide it, they trying to keep it under wraps, like this man was. And then all them kids, it's like a sane man don't even want all them kids. Like you not finna keep getting women pregnant like that if you sane. You just not finna do that. And if you keep doing that, you either just, dumb and irresponsible, or you just, it's a thing where you got some trauma and you run through some trauma. And so some men, it's trauma and they just want love. They want connection. I do know men with, 5 to 10 kids and they okay, but they are exceptions to the rule. I'm talking about the rule now. The rule, that man he got mental health issues. Like, you got to realize, like, I got 2 kids. The most I want is 4. But I don't even want 4 because my wife don't want 4. So the fact that she don't want 4 kids, I'm okay with it. Because I'm sane. Because I'm emotionally intelligent. Because I'm healed and I'm whole. So it's like, I don't want 4 kids. Because she my other half. So if she's not gonna be up for it, I'm not finna bring children into the world that they own mother is not up for it, for the responsibility that it takes to raise them. Because it take two. And so if she not gonna be in it, I'm not finna beg her and coerce her. Like, I could have been one of those men to be like, well, if you don't have a third child, I'm gonna get a divorce. And she probably would have went ahead and just acquiesced and said, okay, well, I have a third child. She probably would have, you know, the woman think the man bluffing and all of that. But if she find out that he really serious and he go down and file for divorce, she probably gonna go ahead and have that third child. And it's men who do that now. It is men who do that. I would never do it. You know why? Because I'm not battling an internal demonic spirit. And that's what some of these men is battling. Same thing like we talked about on that video with that perversion. So it's like a man who ain't battling that spirit or spirit, we okay if our wife got a headache and she don't want to do nothing. If our wife tired and she don't want to do nothing, like we are able to twiddle our thumbs. Like we able to watch ESPN, read a book. Like you not no horny toad. Like you a grown man, you got discipline, you got self-control. So if your woman is not in the mood, you okay. And then what you do is you learn her rhythm, her routine, her patterns. You see when she has the most energy, you see what it's gonna take for you to alleviate some stress off of her plate, take some things off her plate, create more of a soft space to where now you can make you some love. That's how you think when you're not battling internal demons. So I'm gonna tell you something now. What I believe, I don't think that this was just about him being angry with the woman. Now the woman, yes, the woman could have slept with another man. And he had a moment of rage and he just went all the way through it. But you're not finna go all the way through that if it ain't more to that. Like if it ain't more that you releasing, that you getting out of there, that demon kill him. That demon say your time is up. I done use you for what I'm gonna use you for. Your purpose was to struggle with homosexuality and to have a bunch of kids. And now I'm gonna use you. That what Satan did now. Satan used him to devour, to decimate, to destroy. Because you gotta think about that. He didn't just take them children's life. He ripped the heart out the chest of everybody in Shreveport. We not in Shreveport and we could feel it. Like it's gonna keep me up tonight. It might drive me to drink tonight. And I'm not in Shreveport. I got a client in Shreveport. One of my life coaches, gentlemen. I'm gonna reach out to him too. I'm gonna reach out to him and just ask him if he knew the guy. And just ask him, how the city is doing. And I just talked to him a couple weeks ago about basketball and stuff. We was talking about the boys program because he's a basketball coach and his daughter played basketball and she's a good player and all that. And I was trying to help her get some looks from colleges. And he in Shreveport. So I got a connection to Shreveport right there. And he one of my life coaching students when the life coach course was $5,000. So I need to go and move that back up too. And so you got to think about that. You got to think about that. You got to realize that this thing is real. So you meet a man and you see one of them or you meet him, he throw that he take a picture and he pop a hip. You better run. I'm going to tell you now, you better run. Anything you find suspect, you better run. He want to paint his nails, run. I'm going to tell you this right here. If he want to wear a dangling earring, you better inspect it. You better talk to him. Hey, hold on now. Hold on, hold on, Playboy. Why you don't want? Hey, why you don't want to wear no diamond stud now? Why you don't want to wear no diamond stud? Why do you want to wear a dangling earring like women wear? You got to get to the bottom of it. You got to just make sure everything is on the up and up now. Because if he battling that demon, I'm going to tell you, the men be crazy. One of the scariest thing in the world is an insecure man. And next to that is a down low man. Because it's against the nature of a man to be insecure and or down low. Them is dangerous men. I'm going to tell you that right now. Them is dangerous men. Because guess what a narcissist is? A narcissist is an insecure man. Narcissist ain't confident. Narcissist is arrogant. That's a difference. A narcissist actually is insecure. A lot of people don't realize that. They think narcissist means somebody that's really, confident and just know who they are, machismo. No, that's an insecure person. That's what you got to realize. It just named after the Greek situation, whoever, narcissist or narcissismo or whatever the name was. But no, in reality, in real life, that's an insecure person. A narcissist man, that's an insecure man. And I'm going to tell you, an insecure man is the most dangerous thing on the face of this earth. Tell you that right now. Look at what he doing. Look at what he doing up there. Insecure. And look at all the havoc that he causing. The one that some of y'all put in there and you want to get beside yourself, hush. Shut up. And stay out my comments. Because it's your fault. You should have sat out. Nah, that's why your gas high. That's why your groceries overpriced. And that's why these people is going over there and losing their life. Because you thought you knew what you was doing. In the hush. And stay out of here. Get off my page. Don't say nothing in the comments. Because we in this debauchery because of you. Because you couldn't look at character. You couldn't look at character. One of my family members came to me the other day and said, you was right. Because they were talking about, oh, great this, great that, great politician, great this, great businessman, great. I said, listen, you got to look beyond that. You got to look at the character of a man. Let's listen to the stuff he say. Listen to him calling women fat cows. Listen to he say you could grab a woman by her pee. And there's so many of y'all that excuse that. And that's what you get. This right here we're living in. They didn't want to be talking about what Biden did and all that. It don't matter what Biden did. He didn't say he could grab a woman by her pee. He didn't call women fat cows. Don't matter what he did. He lived with more integrity to the best of his ability. This one here don't care. Just nasty and don't care. Will let you know. And that's what y'all get. And that is what a narcissist is. Y'all like to overuse the word. But see, the same way that one there is taking all of these lives. So many lives is being lost. And a lot of the lives are innocent lives. A lot of the lives shouldn't be lost. So the same thing that man just did to them 8 children, which 7 of them were his own, it's the same thing that other man doing to children around the world who ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They innocent. And they hospital, they school, they church, being blown to smithereens while they in there. And people not thinking about humanity. They thinking about, oh, it's us versus them. That ain't how God look at that. And you better change your heart and you better change your mindset or you gonna bust hell wide open right with them. Just like that man who lost his life. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you a police officer, talk to your police. Talk to your police officer and say, hey, is it any way we could spare these here murderers and hit them in the kneecap, hit them in the femur, hit them in the tibia, and spare them so that they could have their day in court? Is it any way? Is it any way that we can, like, when I become president, if I have to run for president, become president, we bringing back capital. We bringing back capital. Y'all, now, see, that's gonna be my issue there, is extracting justice for those who need to have, because what he did right there, we'd have took our time with him. One toenail at a time, one fingernail at a time, one arm hair at a time, one hair at the head at a time. But then he would have felt everything. You gonna feel this. Oh, you gonna feel this. Oh yeah. Yeah, this finna be long and slow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we finna make that demon in you cry. That right there with that demon you got in you. Oh, it's finna be screaming and hollering. Cause it's finna be some Holy Spirit justice done in here now. That thing angers me. And I'm gonna tell y'all the other lesson from this. Recognize crazy early. That level of crazy that man is, that showed to his wife in the first 3 to 6 months. I guarantee it. It showed in the first 3 to 6 months, but she was too desperate. She was too desperate for love. She wanted love. She wanted a man. She didn't want to be another Shreveport single. She wanted her a man, and she ignored the red flags. And I pray she come out and teach young women about the red flags that she ignored. Cause that you don't go to that and not have no red flags. You don't go to that. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like, I got red flags and I ain't nowhere near that. Like, every man got red flags. You just got to be able to connect the dots between them red flags and what did this red flag lead to. And I'm going to tell you how you do it. You multiply it by 3. Anything that you have to deal with before marriage, multiply it by 3. And that's what you're going to have to deal with in marriage. And listen, I'm doing everything I can, and that's why I'm trying to impact these young men's life so that they will go into the world and impact millions of people the way I'm impacting millions of people, and trying to inspire them, teach them life lessons, teach them how to be men, show them something different. So y'all, please raise your sons the best you can. I'm here for you. I can't coach everybody, can't help everybody. Right now, I'm promoting Coach Julian Hill, helping him. Book a session. I'll put his link in the description. Book a session with Coach Julian Hill. Book for your teenage son or your young adult son, because he's a married man. He faithful. He got kids. Good job. And he's a life coach. He's serving. He living the way a man ought to live. Ladies, y'all also can book. And fellas, y'all also can book a session with him for yourself as well. And make that happen. Please. So I'll put it in the description. But hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. And we'll talk soon.